The following information is intended for educational purposes only. It is not medical advice. The views expressed do not reflect those of this broadcaster. Should you choose to implement this information, please do so only with the assistance of a licensed medical professional. Neither the presenter nor this broadcaster assume any responsibility for any adverse effects or consequences that may result.
There is a movie called The Big Short. It's a true story about the 2008 mortgage crisis and how one man, a hedge fund creator named Michael Burry, saw it coming when no one else did. At the end of the movie, there is a quote from Burry. He was asked what he believes is the world's next crisis. His answer was one word: water. Today, you're going to meet another man named Mike Molinar, who may just have the answer to that one-word crisis. And he's about to give you a health awakening. Welcome to the Health Awakening. I'm Scott Laird. None of us can live without water, but it's a looming crisis that no one seems to be talking about. However, you may have a solution in your own home right now. Our guest today is Mike Molinar. Mike, welcome to the Health Awakening.
Thank you, Scott. Thanks for having me.
So, water crisis, we hear this pop up every once in a while, and everybody goes, yeah, whatever. And, it doesn't become a real thing until one day it will be a real thing. It'll be a big problem. But you have an idea where we can better use the water that we have. What is this idea?
Well, the idea is collecting AC water, collecting it and recycling it and using it for, daily drinking, ice making, indoor growing, and outdoor landscaping if you want to.
Okay.
A little small outdoor landscaping.
Great. Oh, well, you know what? You mentioned indoor gardening. So before the cameras came on, and you're going to tell your story a little bit here too, but we have an indoor garden at home, and I've never thought about using the water from an air conditioner or even a dehumidifier. Is that how it started for you?
Yes, for about 10 years I did indoor growing, and I've always used the water from the air conditioners and the dehumidifiers to feed my plants, and we've always had successful crops and everything. And then getting out of the business, and then I wanted to get into the business a little bit more, and I just had the idea, and I went ahead and tried to see if I could get the idea protected. And I went to a patent attorney and I pitched it to him, and he was like, this is a great idea. So we went ahead and went through the normal legal ramifications. You do a patent search to see if someone has something back, and we did the patent search, and long and behold, we saw very similar ones, but nothing like mine. Because it's so simple, plug and play, and we live in a very technology world where we think almost everything is thought of, and I didn't think of it and everything. And I honestly went into the patents office with doubt that somebody had thought about this. And we did the patent search, and the patent search came back clear. There was very similar ones, but nothing like mine. And the attorney said, Mike, there's room for this, so I advise you to go with this patent and don't tell nobody about this. That's like, the laws of having your idea protected.
Course, yeah.
And we went ahead and got the patent done. And then once the patent was done and everything, now I was able to legally talk about it to everyone and everything.
So what is this concept? I hear you can use, so you collected the water. Everybody can do that. You collect the little bucket from the dehumidifier or put a pan underneath your home air conditioner unit. Well, okay, that's one way of collecting water, but what is this? What makes it different? Like what is it that it does here, and how does it connect with your air conditioner unit?
Well, what we have out there in the air conditioner business called a condensate pump. And a condensate pump is just like what it does. It collects the condensate water that comes from the air conditioner. And the condensate pump pumps the water to a waste. And this condensate pump is usually made for people that doesn't have a good waste system for air conditioning water. And what I do, I just take the normal condensate pump, and that water, instead of it getting pumped through waste, it gets pumped through a filter. And then from a filter, it goes into a reservoir. And then from a reservoir, it goes through another set of filters to whatever you desire to put it to.
Oh, okay.
And so basically what I do is what today is called an atmospheric water generator. Today we have a machine called an atmospheric water generator, and it's a machine you could buy it on Amazon for residential, and they have big commercial units. And basically, it's a machine it's a water generator, it makes water out of air. However, if you take an atmospheric water generator and a humidifier and an air conditioner and you strip them all down with naked parts, same bra, same underwear. They all have a compressor, they all have a condenser, they all have an evaporator, and they all make water the same way.
Huh.
But you cannot, it's not really good to sell. You can't really sell a machine and say it's really an air conditioner inside of there. They have to make it marketable and say it's an atmospheric water generator. So basically what I do is just upgrade your home air conditioner to what we call today an atmospheric water generator.
Now, there is some advantages to what you're doing. Your system is superior to my understanding. So how is it better than just buying this machine on Amazon?
Well, an atmospheric water generator, you get them for like $1,700. They make about some say they make about 6 to 8 gallons a day, but a home air conditioner averages about 5 to 25 gallons a day, and a commercial air conditioner averages about 100 to 200 gallons a day. That's on a low end.
So I see, we have the hose coming out from our house and it's dripping water. So you're telling me that drip creates like at least 8 gallons a day?
Well, for an average home that has a 3-ton air conditioner and, on all times and everything, between 10 to 15 gallons a day.
Wow.
And then if you have like what is called like a 5-ton air conditioner in your home, or you have, a 5-ton air conditioner in your home, you're looking at about 20 to 25 gallons a day.
My goodness. That's incredible.
That's on the residential. On the commercial end, it's hundreds of gallons on a daily basis. Some air conditioner units will actually give you, commercial air conditioner units will give you about 20 gallons an hour.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So that could provide water for a whole office building, for example.
Well, yes, it definitely can. Like, after doing studies, and I have it on the cover of the book, California is wasting about 200 million gallons a day. Texas, 161 million gallons a day. Here in Florida, 131 million gallons a day.
That is insane.
That's being wasted.
Well, we're going to come back and talk about this because this is revolutionary. I love this. So, Mike Molinar, thank you for joining us on The Health Awakening. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be right back. This is a fascinating talk. We'll see you in just a second. And welcome back to The Health Awakening. Before the break, we were talking about this book in my hand, Future Water Conservation with AC Water Recycling from Mike Molinar. And if you were as shocked as I was, goodness, 10 gallons out of your air conditioner coming out every day from your home air conditioner. Mike, I guess that's why, on the cover of your book, you say here that each state is wasting millions of gallons a day, and that's how. I mean, if every person can get at least 10 gallons from their house air conditioner, I mean, goodness, you can see how much water we're literally wasting every day.
Yeah. Here in Florida, the great benefits of collecting the water is that when hurricane season kicks in, with our water system inside your home, there's no reason to rush to go ahead and get bottled water, because you're going to have 50 gallons of clean water, actually cleaner water than bottled water at your home. Because, hurricane season comes around here in Florida and everybody just bankrupts themselves. They rush to Home Depot, board up their houses, and then they buy, a lifetime supply of water and everything. And then even when the hurricane comes and everything, we only use 2% of it, So that's one of the benefits of, actually, having it here, in Florida.
Right.
Areas like California where people are having water restrictions, where they are not allowed to water their lawns. And I think 2 years ago, about 6 million homes was affected, and homes and businesses was affected by water restrictions in California, that they weren't able to water their lawns. With my water system in their homes and businesses, they could just use the water, and it could restrict water lawn restrictions, or water restrictions, if I'm saying that right.
Right. So now if people don't want to use, obviously, if there's water restrictions, you don't want to be using the water pressurized from your house. So when you have this water collected and it goes through all the filtration and all that, I'm assuming that we're left with a basin or a cauldron or something with the water. How do we pressurize it for like watering lawn or some other?
Well, it goes through a pump. There's plenty of, just a normal water pump. And what I use is a pressure pump, and it works off pressure. It's like, you just open it up, and then once you use it, it could go to anywhere, and the pressure pumps they have these days, up to 60 psi, you could pretty much run a home on it and everything. And then if you want to actually pressurize it and put it into a tank, you could do that as well. But usually a pressure pump, a pump on demand, is the one what everybody uses. So naturally, what I put into the system.
A lot of people don't understand either that, when we do prepping and that kind of thing, which is very popular with our audience, and you get all these big 5-gallon, water containers in your house, like I have a few at my house, but after a while, that water goes bad, so to speak. So you could be creating fresh water all the time with this system, I guess.
Correct, because you're constantly getting new water. You know what I mean? You're constantly getting new water, even though if your tank fills up, in the patent I have it that it has an overflow that you can make it go to another reservoir if you choose. So like, you have the option of not really losing any type of water. So, and then we actually have it to the point there, like if you want to get super conservative, we can actually have it deducted off your water bill. All the water, if you want to be that type of person and like, okay, and you want to be super productive and everything, we actually have the AC water deducted off your water bill exclusively. We'll be showing people the actual bill.
So now when you have this water collected are you finding that people are they just using it as it comes out, or are they saving it for a rainy day or for a disaster?
Well, the way that we have it hooked up, it's hooked up to the refrigerator for water and ice. We have some people that that just has it hooked up for here in Miami. Miami, the Latins like to party a lot on the weekends, so they like to hook it up to their bar for ice, for just ice and water for the weekends and everything. We have some clients that just wants to have it hooked up to, just for some ice, hooked up to a refrigerator for water and ice and emergency drinking water.
Wow.
And then we have some of them hooks them up to their, personal hydroponics or the personal small gardens of what they're doing.
Yeah, the hydroponic gardens, those are becoming very popular. The ones that are just have water in a basin and water the plants. Is that the kind of indoor garden you had?
I did all type of hydroponic growing and everything, and then organics growing and everything. But same thing, we always just use the air conditioning. We always use the air conditioning water to feed the plants. And then if we did anything with the hydroponics with timers and turning water on and sprinklers, it was the same concept. We could just hook it up to any type of system, and they could just grab the water from the reservoirs.
And this water, like you mentioned, you think about it, if it's coming through your tap, you're going to have all kind of municipal water supply chemicals in there and that kind of thing, and all kinds of things to purify the water. So you're not going to get that with this, are you?
No, it's actually what it's called chlorine. It's chlorine-free, or what is called untreated water. That's the actual word. Treated water is like city water. It's been treated with chlorine and all these stuff to clean it up and everything. Air conditioning water, condensate water is considered untreated water. There's nothing inside of it.
And that's even better, because now we're finding out that in municipal water systems, not only is there chlorine, but there's also fluoride. Some people think that's good for their teeth. It's not good to be drinking. And also, there's even things like, birth control pill residue still in the water. They're testing water now in municipal water supplies and finding there's all kinds of drugs in there. So this is another way to get past that too, isn't it?
Correct, yeah, because I definitely got myself into the water home filtration business. And, we have seen that these are the more people that's interested into this water system and everything. Because, if you're already interested into clean water and, you're not a big fan of city water and everything, and you want something a little bit, you want to take it to the next step, or you want something a little bit less expensive, we can start filtering your air conditioning water, because we're using the same filters that we filter your normal city water to clean it up with. So it's the next step to home filtration.
All right, we're going to talk more about how to get one of these in your house next. We're talking with Mike Molinar, and we'll be right back on The Health Awakening. And welcome back to The Health Awakening. If you didn't know we had a water shortage, well, guess what? We do, but Mike Molinar has a solution for you. And Mike, I remember seeing on your website, there's this map of Florida where you live, and each county as to whether or not they're running out of water, if they have enough, and it seems like the problem is creeping up. I mean, do we really have a water shortage situation in this country?
It's a yes and a no and everything. Some people say, yes, we do have a water crisis because, when you really dig into it, a lot of counties are selling water to each other. And they're looking for new innovative ways of finding new sources of water and everything. And the only untapped source that we came up with is AC water, air conditioning water, because that's the water that's being wasted.
Right.
Wasted.
And it's a heck of a lot more simple than what Israel is doing, by the way, with their desalination plants, taking seawater. And that's a whole process in itself. So this is really quite simple. Something that we can use from something we're already doing is running our air conditioner unit. So that's just a beautiful thing. So now you're in Florida and you want to get this across the country. So at what point is your company? Is this a fairly new thing for you?
Yes. And what we want to do is that we want to license it out to all water filtration companies that's interested into this and everything, so they could go ahead and start, boosting the sales for their company as well, and start helping people that's in their area that's probably in need for it, like especially like California. There's plenty of people out there that want to go ahead and will like to have this in their home, especially for the water fines out there, because it's ridiculous out there, and especially California's crisis for a demand for a new water source.
So how simple is this? I mean, do we need a crew to come out to the house? Is it plug and play? How does the system?
It's a simple plug and play, and a normal install will take no more than 2 to 3 hours tops. If it's a big house, we're just, it's going to take some time. But once we go to the house and we prep it and we look to do the install, and you just want to have it hooked up to your refrigerator for just water and ice, plug and play, we're in and out in 2 hours, wow. 3 hours tops.
Okay. So you're doing this all over Florida. How many systems have you done so far in Florida?
Well, we just opened up, this year and everything. And it's starting to go up there. If you want to put a number on there and everything, I've done 7.
Wow, this is really new. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we done 7, but I just partnered up with a company called Miami Air and Water. They work for a company called Rainsoft. Rainsoft is a water filtration company that's been around since 1953. And they want to partner up with me and give it a shot and start, bringing it to home filtration, and hopefully that will be the start. We're starting to prep up and start training the salesmen, so we can maybe, so we were, up and gearing by January, because holidays are coming in and everything. People are going to be busy, so we're just going to start training. So when January kicks in, that's where we'll have our first major staff going out and getting out to people.
Would you be open to, now you're a believer, so we want to, everybody who's watching this thinks like you and I think, and so we want to really encourage folks to, if they know people in their congregations or whatever who have even air conditioner companies, would you be interested in talking to them too?
Yes, this is a great opportunity for the churches and the synagogues. You can make mikvah pools. You can have, projects and everything, just like in churches, how they have classes of newer things and everything. They could get together, like, listen, air conditioning water and everything. And, you could baptize people in it if you want to. And in the synagogues, they could mikvah if they want to as they will. You know what I mean? So it's definitely, this God's air. it's his air, it's his water, and something, a great subject to talk about, especially in a church or a synagogue.
Would you be interested in talking to air conditioner companies too, in addition to water filtration companies?
Yes, I've been interested in talking to air conditioning companies, because I actually got into the air conditioning business of this. I did air conditioning, and I'm actually working on my HVAC contract. However, it's more towards home filtration, because in the HVAC business, in all honesty, they just want to cool your home or heat your home. They really don't know about water. And in the HVAC business, and me being in the area, when we do coil cleanings and we see people's coils, they look horrible. And the last thing in an HVAC company is like, oh yeah, we're going to use this water and recycle it. They're like, no. You know what I mean? So when I approach it to HVAC companies, they're a little bit and everything, because they see dirty coil cleanings all day, and someone calls my house and they're saying that my air conditioner is not cooling, and we go over there and we look at, when was the last time you changed your filter? I don't know, 4 years ago, and the coil is all dirty and everything. And you look at that and, hey, let's go ahead and recycle that water. No.
Yeah, no, I can
So,
understand the hesitation there.
yeah, but if you keep your coil clean, if a person has normally changed their filter regularly on their air conditioning, their coil will stay clean and they'll have clean water all day, every day.
Wow.
But unfortunately, some people, we just don't, some people, like even myself, we don't keep good maintenance of our air conditioning. The guy tells us to change it, once a month and everything. We might do it every 6 months.
Right. Yep, indeed. Well, you can give them that lesson when you come out to do this kind of thing. So, Mike, stay with us on the Health Awakening. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Health Awakening. Getting water from your air conditioner, brilliant idea, comes from a believer. I love it even more. Mike Molinar, how can people get this system into their house?
Well, they could always go to my website, www.futureacwatersystem.com, and explore it. They could go ahead and email us at contact@futureacwatersystem.com, and or they could call our toll-free number, 1-800-344-9389, and give me a call, and we'll take things one step at a time, find out what type of air conditioner that they have and if their house qualifies for it, and if it's interested in getting an install. If they're out of town and everything, we got to go ahead and try to inspire their home filtration company to do the installation for them.
Well, this is a brilliant idea. I just commend you for doing it. And I know you're going to give all credit to the Creator, to Yehovah, for giving you this beautiful idea. And I think it's going to go gangbusters. This is a wonderful idea. You've got it patented. I mean, you've done all the right things. So, Mike, we just want to bless you in what you're doing, and we just pray that everyone really wakes up and sees that this solution is really a great solution for their house and for the future, too, as things become more scarce. So, Mike, thank you for joining us again on The Health Awakening, and thank you for joining us. We will see you next time. Thank you for joining us today on The Health Awakening. You can catch the replay of this episode and see our complete show archive at healthawakening.tv. For more information about our guests today and all they have to offer, please visit their website on the bottom of your screen. And please remember, the information you saw today is intended for educational purposes only. It is not medical advice, nor do the views expressed reflect those of this broadcaster. Should you choose to implement this information, please do so only with the assistance of a licensed medical professional. Neither the presenter nor this broadcaster assume any responsibility for any adverse effects or consequences that may result.